Valley, the morning of the 10th of March 2021. Good news, our tropical wave continues to remain rather disorganized today. Almost scrambled eggs here on our satellite imagery located over Palau. I mean, you tell me if you could find the center of circulation. It's very, very hard to depict here. Really just a broad, elongated low at that, but overall just still plenty of convection. And that's really the theme of this area and why I still want to call it a tropical wave instead of a low pressure area. You may hear Bagasa call it a low pressure area, but overall it's just a bulk of convection flowing along with the easterlies here. So still going to bring a plenty of rainfall. Now here's some things working for it and some things working against development of this system, and then I'll get into the track. Overall, you have our wave right there located over Palau. It is in an area of relatively low vertical wind shear, but as it works towards the west, it's going to start to hit these 20-30 knot shear values and really just disrupt it and elongate it. We've seen something very similar with Allring just a few weeks ago, but this is going to be a more extreme type circumstance just because of an abundance of shear. It does have plenty of outflow aloft in the northern periphery of the system, so that is one thing flaring up the convection, but too much outflow, too much exhaust aloft equals shear, and thus it disrupts our storm system. So that's something you do want to watch out for. And what I mean by outflow aloft, by the way, if you're new to tropical weather forecasting, basically think of tropical systems like an engine. You want good inflow near the surface, outflow aloft, and thus the engine can continue to circulate and can continue to strengthen and organize. This has it, but too much with shear is a problem. This is the biggest factor, though, I think, as far as the system is concerned. Yes, there is plenty of moisture, and we've been tracking this big blob of moisture getting pulled from the intertropical convergence zone. But this is something I didn't anticipate, and it's happening. Look at all this dry air filtering in, getting pulled in with the easterlies from the northeast. That is keeping things dry across Luzon and really disrupting this, infiltrating the system and thus continuing to weaken it out. So dry air is a killer. The shear is a killer with this. It does have some moisture and a little bit of exhaust, but I think the dry air and the shear is going to be the bigger thing. So the biggest impact will be here in eastern Visayas, northeastern Mindanao, with that moisture as it comes on shore. Now, a few people asked me in my last update, what's the final track, or what's the track of this storm system? The thing is, when you're talking about this, you wouldn't really ask for a track, right? Because a track would be more so if you were talking about an eye wall, a low-level circulation, and where it's going to be heading. So I almost guarantee there's going to be one person who's not watching this update who's just going to straight up ask off the bat, what's the track of the storm? And I'm telling you, there really isn't a track. It's just this broad westerly flow. So if you said the track, I would say moving across Visayas, that's where the heaviest of the rainfall, eastern Samar, eastern Leyte, maybe over towards Cebu as well. But by the time it gets over towards the Sulu Sea, this is going to elongate out and continue to weaken. But those are the heaviest hit areas where you could be seeing some localized flooding. 6-hour precip based on the GFS model from the 9th to the 17th of March, and you kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about here. Watch that. Here comes our center of circulation right there. Kind of pulls off towards the north and west, but look how this just gets sheared apart. So really you just kind of get this big old line of precip stretching from the Philippine Sea all the way down towards the Sulu Sea, bringing those scattered showers predominantly with that easterly flow along eastern areas of Visayas. So you see it kind of continues to pile up there in eastern Samar, maybe even southeastern Luzon as well. The wind's going to be another issue, but not in a sense you would think about with a tropical system, because typically you say a tropical storm, you're looking at the center of circulation, right? Well, the wind could actually be pretty gusty away from the center, and it's thanks to that tight pressure gradient. So here comes our center right there. Look how these gale force conditions stretch all the way back towards the north. That's what we're talking about here. So it's going to be now north of the center is where you're going to see these gusty conditions. Back towards southeastern Luzon, might even get into central Luzon as well. Places like Casiguran could be seeing a bit of some gale conditions. And also that streams across through Visayas and even into the Sulu Sea as well. So just overall breezy. The big issue is going to be moderate rain, moderate to heavy rainfall. Storm surge mostly non-existent with a storm like this, and then the wind damage moderate. And I only put moderate because I don't want to put minimal, because you put minimal, people think, okay, I'm going to go take my dinghy, my sailboat out. That's not smart in this, because there will be gale conditions with some rough surf. So I put moderate for the wind damage there in eastern areas of Visayas. So here's the main point. Scattered showers this coming week. There is going to be most of the rain in eastern Visayas, with rainfall being the main impact from this scrambled eggs of a system. What I mean by scrambled eggs, you just imagine you have scrambled eggs, you kind of throw it on the pan there, it's disorganized all over the place. That's what we have here. So yeah, maybe Pagasa might name it, but I think I'm pretty confident. I would say 95% confident that Basing is off the table, at least for now. There's no way JMA is going to name this, because Pagasa, don't forget, names tropical depressions. And if you're new to the Western Pacific, Pagasa and the rest of the world, the international world meteorological community, have different naming systems. Don't even get me started on that. But yeah, so they would name it if it was a tropical depression. I don't think that's going to happen. JMA or the rest of the world would name it if it became a tropical storm, and that's 35 knots sustained, close center of circulation. It's just not going to happen with this type of setup. All right, anyways, thanks for everybody who's been helping me out, subscribing. I appreciate all the likes, the comments, because the more you engage in these videos, the more the algorithm helps getting these videos shared out. So I truly, truly appreciate it. So for today, if you're still watching, let me know what you think. I know a lot of people ask me, a lot of people say thank you, and I truly appreciate it. But let me know what you think as far as the storm, based on all the data I've been sharing. And if you want to just kind of do your own forecasting, let me know where you are, and also maybe what your forecast thinks is for your local area if you do have this storm system moving through you. By the way, thank you very much. I mean, Patreon. I mean, from Curtis, Resty, thank you. I mean, these people, these are $5 a month they're donating. Our Super Typhoon's $10 a month. And all these graphics, which are absolutely awesome. I'm actually, I got Lex at Western Pacific Weather helping make these graphics. They do cost a bit of money. Same with the whole data service. So any help truly, truly, truly helps. Not to mention the equipment, the lights, the camera, all that fun stuff. So, you know, you can also check out westernpacificweather.com. I post some updates there, and also you can donate there, a one-time payment if you do want to. If you don't, it's fine, because I know the people watching this usually are people getting hit by disasters, and the last thing you have is that. So just, you know, subscribe. I hope that really helps. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I post on TikTok every now and then. Why not? All right. Thanks for watching. And as always, stay safe out there.